Good afternoon on what is a grey, overcast but mild day. It is Friday the 3rd of February. I got a nice hot cup of tea. And more miniatures to unbox, which in this case is more Icons of the Realms, Dungeons and Dragons miniatures manufactured by Wizk. And this is the little set which has been lent to me by my friend Neve, so thank you very much for that. And as it says, this is part of the Icons of the Realm setting, and this is a Grung Warband. What a Grung, I ask you? Well, they are a little frog-like humanoid species, and you get a complete warband. As you can see the nice illustration on the back on here, you know, of what they look like and what you're getting, and then you can see them on the front there quite clearly through the packaging. So let's open up and find out what they are like. Now, I've enjoyed looking at I mean, I'm not necessarily, I don't use a lot of miniatures in my gaming, partly because I'm mostly gaming online these days. I did use a bit when I was running my RuneQuest game face to face. My friend Neve would supply the miniatures for things like when I was running Apple Lane and so on, and she's been lending me the big sets, like for Storm King's Thunder, and showing those really fantastic big plastic pieces. So let's look at these out here. So these are actually not just held in just in place. We've actually got a little separate tray which you pull out. That's quite a nice touch. And there you have got the miniatures themselves, which I can show to you because they're held in place without them dropping out, which is what normally happens when I do miniatures. And these come out nicely. So we've got a nice little figure there with spear. Nice sense of sort of like, you know, not necessarily threat, but essentially wariness. You know, that you shouldn't be here. I'm prepared to protect my land. A nice rich colour there for your little Grung warrior. And these quite nicely do. That's kind of a case with the smaller figures that in this range, is they do come out of the packaging a whole lot easier than the bigger pieces in some cases. So no, they don't, and I must say that's not coming out. I'm going to force that out. So you have a Grung. It's a case of a Grung warrior. You've got a Grung craftsman, or craft Grung, if you like. You know, craftsperson, crafts Grung, working on a wicker basket or a marsh reed basket there. So that's another nice piece. You know, simply dressed in probably natural materials, that sort of thing, made from the marsh around him. So these are firmly held in place. I'm really out to provide a little bit of and here we've got a Grung archer. Again, nice sense of colour to these creatures. And interesting that he's actually he's holding the bow horizontally rather than vertically. And we'll just show you that there. You know, almost this sort of like, you know, the diminutive little fellow is like essentially pointing the arrows up at the big folk. Forget this one. Back in with it. Okay. Okay, come on, there we go. He doesn't want to come. This is a great big fella. You've got a little shaman or even a chieftain there. with he's holding a little knife, but he's basically about to cast something, or basically hold or something like that. And behind him, he's got this great headdress of feathers and these great horns of some beast that really give him presence. This is it's he is straining under wearing such a heavy object, but it's basically that's quite a really nicely done figure. So here we have sort of like, this is definitely either some magician or even a druid perhaps. He's basically shaping up some kind of spirit, or earth elementals, basically plant-like object at his magic. He's got a little staff there. So these are quite small, but these are really nicely, richly detailed characters. These are really quite nice. I'm going to go back in. Okay, and then the final figure is this little purple fellow with a knife, looking like he might stab you in the back. Ready to sneak up on you. So you have here an interesting selection of little figures, and these, I think, you can easily use as enemies, but if you wanted to, I suppose you could actually use them as player character figures if you wanted to play an all Grung Warband set of characters. I mean, they'd be stand up. I mean, anybody I want to play the guy with the great horns coming out his feather headdress and so on, or because it's something that that Paizo's Pathfinder has done lots of times with diminutive characters, whether that's kobolds or goblins, or Starfinder with with its various different diminutive species, especially for free RPG day, the Skittermanders. So yeah, this is a really nice little package, I think, if you're looking for something different to perplex your players with, just have them encounter in the swamps, and sort of like bring them to life with an interesting little species. So yeah, that's the Grung Warband, part of the Icons of the Realm series from WizKids, for use with Dungeons and Dragons, of course, and other fantasy role-playing games. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box or a game which I will unbox, or in this case, a set of miniatures which I'll unbox and just about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice cup of tea. Then please do hit the subscribe button down below. So penultimately, I want to thank my friend Nee for lending this to me to unbox and open for the first time. And lastly, I'll thank you for watching another unboxing of the Nook. I shall be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.